Hey guys, so this is the first time you're probably going to use Photopea.com. As you can see, the website name is up here, okay? And when you get here, you're going to open a new file, can be by just doing File Open, okay? Or clicking on the screen because there will be a blank area that you can do that. Took me a while to find a picture, so that's why I'm leaving mine up. But otherwise, do File Open. Once you have that, you can see that it's very similar to Photoshop in the way it is and the way it looks and everything. So that's kind of good. It shouldn't be too hard for you guys to translate this. This is a fairly new website that I found from other art educators. They have, been utilizing it for the past month. So I'm really glad that we have something that we can use on the Chromebooks, basically. Okay, so what you're gonna do to start, you want to duplicate your background. Unfortunately, like a lot of the control buttons, like you can't really click on. But what you can do is you can go to layer, duplicate layer, but you can still see the command codes work. So I'm going to duplicate my layer because I don't want to work on the background layer. Then I'm going to click on this little layer button, just like Photoshop, drag this layer right underneath. Okay, and as you see, I'm going to come over here. I have my arrow tool. I'm going to come down. Okay, and I want to make this background color. I'm going to double click on my background here. I want to make this background color black. Okay, I'm going to hit OK. Then I'm going to come to my paint bucket. It might be gradient for the first time you're using the program, and then paint bucket is what you'll click on. Okay, once I do that, my background becomes completely black, as you can see. I'm not worrying about that right now anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in on my layer 1. I'm going to make an adjustment. As you come here, you can hit black and white, and you're going to make the file black and white. Now you can adjust the black and white as you want. Like, do you want it more vibrant? That's your call on how you're adjusting your layers here. Okay. I see more, obviously there's a lot more red in my picture. So if I want to adjust that, I can hit OK. Once I have that, then like on your Photoshop on your computers, they have the same thing. So quick selection tool is what I click. All right, and it'll do an image analysis so that when you're clicking things, just like Photoshop, it'll be able to pull out stuff. So I'm just in regular mode right now, and I'm going to click on part of my background. Okay, right now it's clicking on about everything. As you can see, everything's highlighted. I'm going to zoom out for a second. So what I'm going to do is click the minus, and I want to click on my face so it doesn't do that. Another thing you could do if it clicks on like all of you, or if you click on yourself, is you can go to select an inverse and it'll select the background. So I have this, but I see my ear is still involved, and I don't want my ear to be taken out of this image. Once I have enough selected, I'm going to hit delete, and it'll get rid of it. Okay, you can still use the codes like Command D or Control D to get rid of stuff. Any little extra things that you have, you can use the eraser tool. Okay, so I can erase here. I can also come in and realistically erase this stuff if I don't want to use the quick selection tool. But I'm going to come back to that. And then it freezes to do that for a second, and then come in and get the rest of the stuff I need. Like I said, I don't want my face getting taken out of this, and it's fine. I'm letting this come out of it perfectly fine. Going to hit delete, get rid of what I don't need. Okay, hit Command D or Control D, depending on the computer. Okay, and then go from there. Then I'm going to come back to the eraser, all right, and just erase any of the extra stuff I don't need. I'm going to erase hitting Control Z to go back. Okay, erase anything a little extra. I'm also going to eventually move this over so I don't have this extra stuff kind of just chilling on the side, and I'm going to get rid of any flyaways too. I'm going to come in with my eraser tool, and I'm going to zoom in and work on my hair just to clean it up. So I might not do as much with my cleanup because I don't want to spend too long on the demo, just like in school, because I want you guys to be able to get to work and not take up a crazy amount of your time, because I know you guys have a lot of stuff to do on these online days. Okay, so I'm going to come in. I'm going to edit that, or maybe not. Maybe we'll leave that. We'll stay. Get the little space. Okay, and then I am just going to get rid of this section real quick. Any little other touch-ups, things like that, you guys should go in and do. I am looking at that, okay? That's going to be on the rubric that's attached, and you'll see it. Okay, I'm just going to carefully clean this up. I'm not going to do the little spot next to my face. I don't want to ruin my earring, no, because I want to use that as a purpose for you guys and show you. All right, so that's good enough for now. You guys are going to do a little bit more. Your next step is to make a new layer. Go back up to the arrow for a second, and if you need to adjust or move your stuff, I'm going to move mine over here. Okay, then I'm going to come back onto layer 2, and what I'm going to do before I move on is actually make this a little bit more opaque so I can see what I'm doing. Then if you hold your brush tool down, you'll get the pencil tool. click on the pencil tool. You're going to use the pencil tool. All your functions are up here. I'm using more of the circle brush to start, and then I'm going to test out the other brush. Now I'm keeping it small, and if you want to zoom in, you can. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace just part of my nose. I got to find where my mouth went. As you can see, the thing is very small. So I'm going to just trace like my contour line. So if you were drawing this in an art class, you want to think about how you're going to be drawing it. Okay, like, am I just doing the bases? I'm doing maybe just the outline of my nose. So I'm going to come down, click on here, and also change my pencil to white. Okay, and I'm going to start, let's see, I'll start with the outline of my face. And you can always hit Control Z and go back. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Remember that. It should still be somewhat solid, but make sure, like, you know, it's not like all over the place. So I'm tracing that line to start. Okay, I have my first line. Now just to find my little mouse again. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, then I'm going to trace, make that a little smaller, just this part of my nose. Okay, up, and I'm going to come around to where my eyebrow is. I'm going to trace my nostrils because they're super duper important. I'm actually going to come in and trace that, make that connected. You should make your lines a little thinner. Mine's a little thick right now, just so you guys can see it better, also because I can't see where my mouse goes. So then I'm going to trace my eye. Okay, and that's, whoa, way too thick. Okay, trace my eye. Trace, make the circle. Okay, then I want to do my eyelashes, and you're just doing like little lines. Okay, then I would come in, like trace my lips and things like that. Like I have my line, and the contour line, you're not really going crazy with detail. Okay, you're going to be tracing the basic generic shapes. If you remember that from Intro to Art, you are tracing or drawing usually just like the basic shapes that you're seeing. Okay, I'll zoom out a little bit. What I want to do now is do the lines on my hair. So I'm going to look at the direction of the way my hair is going and just do some lines going back that way. Okay, I can do little lines, like I could do little lines like this. And so my hair is going back like this because I had a bun when I had this picture. Okay, and I'm just looking for lines. I'm not looking for necessarily like actual shapes. I'm looking for lines. I'm doing just the texture of my hair. Then I want you to have fun with the background too. Okay, I'm not going to do my shirt right now, but don't forget to do whatever shirt you have. Like it would be just the general outline. Okay, maybe I'll do my neck too. You guys know how I am. I'm always like going back to touch up things, work on things. Okay, so just make sure you're getting all the line details, and that even includes that outside line. Okay, so like this line right here, you want to include that, maybe where your armpit is if it's in the picture. Okay, and then I want you to come in and, get creative with the brush tool for the background. I think I'm going to look at some of these little stripes. Maybe I'll come in with this one. Okay, click over here so it's not too bad. And then maybe make a pattern. So I saw, like in the one example I gave you guys, there was a really super cool pattern where it was like nice and big to start, and as it went throughout, did you see the brush got smaller? So each time I'm hitting, I don't know if you guys remember the bracket tool. The bracket tool makes everything smaller. So what you can do is you can just go in, you can hit that and make a cool pattern, or you can get as creative as you want. Maybe you want to come in with a different brush, and let's see, so maybe I come in with this brush, and maybe I want to do like various like loops and spirals, or maybe I'm just doing wiggle lines. Okay, but you should be doing some sort of pattern in there. Okay, and you can change the size as you go and make it look interesting. Once you have everything, okay, go to the arrow. Once you're on the arrow and you're on your specific layer, click somewhere you can see, and you're just going to move it just a little bit because you want it to kind of mimic like parts of your face, but not necessarily be right next to it. It's kind of like a shadow of it. Okay, once you have everything done, the awesome thing about this is you hit File, you can save it as a PSD, guys, so that you can use it in Photoshop later. It should download to your Chrome. I don't know if you can see that part of my Chrome, but mine downloaded to the left-hand corner. You can also export it as a JPEG. So if you export it as a JPEG, whoa, it's very bright. Okay, you don't want to do, like, you can move this around to say, but once you want to export it as a JPEG, just check the percentage size. Okay, make sure it's at 100. Okay, and then you're going to hit save, and that will also save for you. So that's what you can upload to Classroom. All right, and then all you need to do to exit is you can either exit out of this, and since mine saved, it exited, and then it'll bring you back to the home screen. All right, if you guys have questions, make sure you ask on either the Remind app or Google Classroom, or call me on Google Hangout, or send something through Flipboard. Okay, that way I can make sure you're okay with this program. I know it's a little different than Photoshop, but it's almost like most of the things are the same. Okay, so good luck. Have fun with this project. Bye.